Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're here at Disney's Animal Kingdom and it is time for another round of pin match game. I have 12 pins that we have to find the perfect match for. So we're gonna run around the park, check out all the pin boards and pin trading cast members and see if we got any matches. Now, if we do get 6 matches, we're gonna open up the Winnie the Pooh blind box. That's what we've been working on every time we get the perfect match. And we did say we're only gonna do 6 now, but the goal is always 12. But even if we get halfway, we're still gonna open up the blind box. So let's take a look at what we're hunting for today. Now, here's a look at the Loungefly bag I'm using today. It is my Disney 100 Loungefly, and I paired it with my Chip and Dale, well, just Chip lug bag. This is the Canada Pavilion lug bag, which I love. All right, now let's take a look at what we're looking for. So we're looking for the little fish from the broomsticks and bed knobs, I believe. We have the green aliens little pin here, the mini emoji, the cheerleading pom-poms, the Alice A, the Mater pin down here. We're looking for Lucifer, Judy Hopps, Belle, the U, the Tower of Terror cast member pin, and the Rapunzel Tsum Tsum. So I feel like we should be able to get a full match here, hopefully. And these are Boo Boo Kitty pins, so I brought with me all Boo Boo Kitty pins today. And I always bring with me some Real Deal Banana Peel pins, just in case we spot any Real Deal Banana Peel pins on the board or on pin trading cast members pin pads. So here's a look at my Real Deal Banana Peel pins. So a mix of Loungefly and some, like, you know, Disney Parks pins. So let's see if we can get a full match today. So our first pin board is gonna be right before you enter the park. There's a pin board at the Rainforest Cafe's gift shop. So let's go see if we've got a match here. And once you make it into the gift shop, the pin board is gonna be right at the register. So here's a look at the pin board inside the Rainforest Cafe's gift shop. And I don't see a match. Yeah, no match here. Let's keep moving. So no match inside the Rainforest Cafe's gift shop. We do have another pin board coming up right before you enter the park. It's gonna be at the ticket booth, and that pin board is always full. So I'm hopeful we'll find a match there. Now, the ticket booth pin board is gonna be located just right underneath the elephant, and you can go to any window and they'll be able to grab it for you. All right, so here's a look at the pin board at the ticket booth, and I see 2 pins we need. I see the fish from the broomsticks and bed knobs, and then way at the bottom is Rapunzel. So we're gonna take those 2. Oh, and then we're gonna do a little equal value trade. And then let's trade away the Yoda, because I don't think he's on there. And then also, just can't leave duplicate pins, so I think Boba Fett will do. Yeah, well, so let's do these 2 here. Ding, 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 my friends. We got 2 matches. I just knew I can count on the ticket booth pin board to come through. It's always so full. Now, granted, it's full with Boo Boo Kitty pins, but we need Boo Boo Kitty pins today, so perfect. All right, now let's head into the park. Okay, so we made it into Animal Kingdom. Let's take a look at the pin board at Guest Relations. It is very busy today, very busy. So on our way to Guest Relations, we ran into a pin trading cast member. Here's a look at their pins, but no matches. So here's Guest Relations. Let's take a look at this pin board. Okay, so here's a look at the pin board in Guest Relations, and no matches here. All right, let's keep moving. Guest Relations didn't have anything for match game, but she did have trivias. So the trivia question was, who was the sponsor for the dinosaur attraction? And it is McDonald's. So we got it right, and check it out. We scored a bubble wand, and I traded away the Donald from the Magical Chef's line box collection. So score. Nothing for match game, but we scored a wave B. Okay, so our next stop is gonna be Garden Gate Gifts. They have a pin board right out front. So here's a look at the pin board at Gateway Gifts. Look, a U. We need a U for match game. Perfect. So let's take that U, trade away the Vinylmation. Okay. And then let's just do another scan. Make sure we're not forgetting anything. Okay, I think we only have that 1 match here. All right, let's keep moving. All right, so Garden Gate Gifts was a hit. We scored a match, and it is the U. Sweet. All right, let's head to Discovery Island. So we made it onto Discovery Island, and our first pin board here is actually gonna be at one of the refreshment carts. So here in Animal Kingdom, pretty much every refreshment cart has a pin board. And our first one is just right across at Island Mercantile. And here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart, and look, the Tower of Terror, but it's not a perfect match because ours has color, so we have to find the exact match. And then another one of the bed knobs and broomsticks pins. All right, now I don't see a match here. So let's keep moving. Okay, so unfortunately, no match at the pin board at the refreshment cart. Now let's take a look at the pin board in front of Island Mercantile. So here's a look at the pin board in front of Island Mercantile. I did some pre-scanning, and I don't see anything we need here for match game. So let's pop inside and see if there are any pin trading cast members. Okay, so we made it inside, and it does look like we have a pin trading cast member in here. All right, so we spotted a pin trading gorilla plushie who doesn't have a name, but y'all, I guess, name him in the comments. Here's a look at the pins. And no match here. So the pin trading gorilla plushie didn't have anything we needed for match game. That's all right. And we got to name this guy. He's cute. Give a good name in the comments. All right, now let's cross over to Riverside Depot. All right, so we did spot a pin trading cast member in here. Here's a look at their pins, but unfortunately, no match. So no matches in Discovery Trading Company. I want to see if the pin board is available outside. So in the corner across from the new Zootopia Better Together sign, there's a pin board. And ladies and gentlemen, the sign has been unveiled. They're currently doing cast member previews. I saw the show. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It was incredible. Like, the 3D is so good, and it's not like the 3D that kind of hurts your eyes. Like, it was a smooth ride, and there's a Clawhauser animatronic. It's incredible. It is incredible. I can't wait for this to like officially open, and I'm probably gonna do this every time I go to Animal Kingdom because it is that good. And I am a little biased because, you know, I love Zootopia. So the pin board is available outside, and here's a look at the pins, and no matches here either. All right, let's keep moving. Okay, so no matches at that pin board either. Now let's head into what remains of DinoLand USA. We do have a few refreshment carts in there that have pin boards, so maybe we'll score a match in there. Okay, so we made it into the remaining portion of DinoLand, and we do have a refreshment cart here, so let's take a look at this pin board. All right, and here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart, and no matches. Close, but not a match. Alrighty, so the pin board at the refreshment cart was a wash. No matches there. So let's head a little deeper into DinoLand. Now, DinoLand is still open, but you just kind of have to like follow the construction walls because the attraction's still open, the restaurant is still open, Donald's meet and greet is still open. You just gotta, you know, take the little path to get there. So we're headed to Dinosaur, but look, there is another refreshment cart. Let's take a look at this pin board. Okay, so here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart by Dinosaur. And here goes another emoji, but it's not the emoji that we need. All right. No matches here. We got to keep moving. So no match at the refreshment cart. We're going to head to the Dinosaur gift shop, which is the Dino Institute gift shop, and take a look at that pin board. You know, when I picked these today, I was like, you know what, we're going to find this so quick because these are some of the most like common Boo Boo Kitty pins. But of course, the day when we're playing match game, none of these are out and about. Dino Booty. So here's a look at the pin board in the Dino Institute gift shop, and ding, 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 the Tower of Terror. We need that. So we're going to take that one and then trade away the Mandalorian symbol. Just can't leave a duplicate pin, and we're good. And I think that's our only match here. I did some pre-scanning, and yeah, alrighty. Okay, so we have an issue. I thought this was the Tower of Terror pin. It is actually not. This is the Great Movie Ride, like the Chinese theater cast member costume, because this is the Tower of Terror. Oh man. Oh gosh. Okay, well, I guess we didn't find one. Gotta remove that. So we're back to only 3 matches. Oh man, I'm so mad right now. Anyway, all right, well, you go to the Boo Boo Kitty pile, and the hunt continues. We're back to only 3 matches. I really should start paying attention. Alrighty, so it is the Chinese theater cast member costume that we are looking for. So, okay, let's take a look at the pin board here by finding Nemo the Rusical. There's a refreshment cart which has a pin board, and then hopefully the pin boards are available at the actual like theater. So anyway, let's go. All right, so here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart by finding Nemo the Rusical, and ding, 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 we got a match. It is the pom-pom, so we're gonna take that, and let's trade away Aurora's crown. Okay, any other matches? I don't think so,
I
right?
think that's the one.
That is the one.
Oh my God.
Alrighty, thank you so much. All right, we just scored another match. It is the pom-poms. Yes, okay, so we kind of redeemed ourselves for this catastrophe right here. So, sweet. Okay, 2 more, and then we get to open up a blind box. But I do want to try to get all 12. But let's go see if the pin board is available over at Finding Nemo, the Rusical. All right, and the pin board is available by Finding Nemo, the Rusical. And here's a look at the pins. And no matches. Alrighty, so the pin board was available by Finding Nemo, the Rusical, but unfortunately, no matches. But I'm just happy. Shut my mouth. There's another pin board. Let's take a look. So here's a look at the second pin board by Finding Nemo, the Rusical. And, oh, Mother Gothel, Queen Icon. But no matches. Okay, so both the pin boards were available by Finding Nemo, the Rusical. So good day, good day. Now, no matches, but just happy to see the pin boards. And it was the little peach one. You know, the starfish from Finding Nemo? That's the pin board. That's the shape of it, at least. All right, now let's head into Asia. We're gonna go to Expedition Everest. There's a pin board at a refreshment cart coming right up. All right, so here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart by Expedition Everest, and no matches. All right, so no matches at this pin board. We do have another one right under this umbrella. Here's a look at the pin board by Expedition Everest, and ding, 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 we got a match, the green aliens. Perfect, so we'll take this one here, and then we'll trade away the Doug Tsum Tsum. Perfect. Yeah. And then any other matches? I don't think so. All right, so we did score 1. All right, so we scored another match. That makes 5 matches so far. We got the little green aliens, and now we just gotta find 1 more, and then we definitely get to open up a blind box, but the goal is all 12. So let's keep heading down. This way, we do have some refreshment carts coming up with pin boards. It is so busy here. What is going on? Okay, so here's our next refreshment cart. Let's take a look at this pin board. So here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart, and no matches here. Alrighty. So no match at that refreshment cart. Now we're gonna head to the Maharajah Jungle Track because there's a refreshment cart back here. There's also, at the Maharajah Jungle Track, there's a pin trading cast member and sometimes a pin board. Oh my gosh, here at Kali River Rapids, they're closed for refurbishment, but there is a pin board outside. So here's a look at the pin board in front of the Kali River Rapids. Minnie with a Bob, Queen Icon, Grand Supreme, but we don't need her for match game. And nothing, no matches here. All right, let's keep moving. Okay, and now we're here at the Maharajah Jungle Track. Let's take a look at the pin board here at the refreshment cart first. All right, and this is the pin board at the refreshment cart by the Maharajah Jungle Track, and no matches either. All right, so we do have a pin trading cast member in front of the Maharajah Jungle Track. Here's a look at their pins, and no matches either. So no luck back here at the Maharajah Jungle Track, not a single match. Let's go check the gift shop that's just right down this path. It is the Mandala Gifts. Maybe we'll have a match there. All right, so here's Mandala Gifts. Let's see if we've got a match here. So here's a look at the pin board at Mandala Gifts, and no matches. Alrighty, let's keep moving. Okay, so nothing at Mandala Gifts. We're now by Feathered Friends in Flight. And sometimes they have a pin board outside, but they're running a show right now, so no pin board. But we do have a pin board at the refreshment cart just across the way. So here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart across from Feathered Friends in Flight. No matches here. Yeah, no Lucifer, no Judy, no Belle. All right. We gotta keep moving. So no matches in front of Feathered Friends in Flight. And then the cast member saw the Judy. It was like, oh, good luck with that. She's super popular right now. And I was like, I know. It's gonna be so hard to find. I can't believe how hard it is to find some of these Boo Boo Kitty pins. This is wild. Okay, so let's head to the guest experience team, Blue Umbrella, take a look at their pin board. Okay, so here's the guest experience team. Maybe we'll find a match here. This is the pin board at the guest experience team, and I do not see a match here either. All right, let's keep moving. And no matches at the guest experience team. Let's head to the Harambe Market. Sometimes they have a pin board just sitting outside. Hopefully it's there today. And it looks like there's no pin board today here at Harambe Market. It's usually sitting right here on this barrel. So let's keep moving. So our next stop is gonna be Mombasa Marketplace. Let's see if there are any pin trading cast members in here. And sometimes they have a pin board. So here in Mombasa Marketplace, the pin board is usually set up like right here. So no pin board today, and I'm really not seeing any pin trading cast members. So, all right, let's keep moving. So nothing in Mombasa Marketplace, and there used to be a refreshment cart like just right across from it, and they got rid of that too. So no pins. Let's check the little pin station, which is just like right here by the popcorn stand, like right behind me. They have a pin board, so it's where you can find all like the pin merchandise and all of that. So let's check there. All right, so here's a look at the pin board at the pin station, and ding, 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 we got a match. It is the Mater pin. So we're gonna take this one here. And then let's trade away. Is the Gaston tie on here? I don't think so. So we're good. You can't leave any duplicate pins. And we are good. So we got a match, which means we officially got 6 matches, so we can definitely open up the Winnie the Pooh blind box. But we still want to try to get all 12. We want to try to get all 12, so we're going to keep the hunt going. So let's head to our next pin board. So now we're going to head towards Festival of the Lion King because we have a refreshment cart coming up, and there's also a gift shop, Maharajah's Souvenirs, no relation to Mariah Carey, and that place also has a pin board. So we have 2 pin boards right here in this spot. All right, so here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart by Festival of the Lion King. No matches here. All right, let's keep moving. And now we're gonna check Mariah's Souvenirs, no relation to Mariah Carey. So here's a look at the pin board at Mariah's Souvenirs, no relation to Mariah Carey. No matches either. All right, let's keep moving. So no matches here by Festival of the Lion King. Let's head to Pandora, the world of Avatar, and take a look at the pin boards in that area. Okay, so on the way to Pandora, ran into another refreshment cart. This is the one that's usually closed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's open today. And here's a look at the pins. Look at this pretzel one. That is cool, with the little cheese sauce. That's pretty neat. Alrighty, let's keep moving. Now, we didn't score a match at the pin board on that little walking path into Pandora, but finally it was open. It's been closed for a really long time, so if you're coming to Animal Kingdom, make sure you're checking that refreshment cart. It's like right after Festival of the Lion King. If you keep following the back entrance into Pandora, you'll see it. Hopefully it's open for you. All right, let's head to what is that? Oh, Wind Traders, the gift shop after Flight of Passage. They have a pin board right outside sometimes, and if you don't see it outside, it'll be inside, or there's pin trading cast members. So here's Wind Traders. The pin board's not outside, so let's see if there are any pin trading cast members inside. So we have another pin trading cast member in here, and here's a look at their pins. All really good pins. Very, very nice, but nothing for match game. So no matches in Wind Traders. Let's head over to the refreshment cart, which is by the bathrooms, and see if their pin board is available. Hopefully we can score a match there. And we are pretty much towards the end of this, and we're still missing 6 more pins. But we did get 6, and we did say that if we get 6, we'll open up the blind box. But I would love to get all 12. All right, and unfortunately, the pin board was not available at the refreshment cart here in Pandora, which means we're all done with Pandora. Let's start exiting and tackle our final pin board. So there's a refreshment cart coming up across from Tiffin's, and Tiffin's also has a pin board. So let's go check those out. Okay, so there is a Tiffin's, and then we have a refreshment cart right here. So let's take a look at this pin board. So here's a look at the pin board across from Tiffin's at the refreshment cart, and no matches here. Alrighty. All right, so no matches at that refreshment cart. Let's check Tiffin's now. So it's gonna be right at the counter where you walk up for your reservation. Okay, so this is the pin board at Tiffin's, and I do not see a match here. Alrighty, nothing at Tiffin's. I don't think we're gonna get all 12 pins today. We have just 2 more boards left, so anyway, let's see what else we could find. I mean, we're definitely opening a blind box today, so silver lining. Okay, so here by Pizza Fari, we have our final 2 pin boards. We have a refreshment cart straight ahead, and then the guest experience team blue umbrella. Let's start with the refreshment cart. So here's a look at the pin board at the refreshment cart, and I do not see a match here either. Alrighty. Alright, so nothing at that refreshment cart. We have 1 final pin board left, and that is the guest experience team. Here's a look at our final pin board of the day, and no matches here either. So that was our final pin board. No match, but we did get 6 matches, which means we get to open up the Winnie the Pooh blind box. So let's go pick that up over on Discovery Island, and This was a wild time. This was a wild time for sure. Okay, so let's pop into Discovery Trading Company and see if the Winnie the Pooh blind box is available. So here's a look at the blind boxes, and unfortunately, no Winnie the Pooh blind box, but ladies and gentlemen, there is a brand new Zootopia pin, which is definitely going to be our prize for today. Oh my gosh, friends, look at this pin for Zootopia 2. This is $17.99, and this will be our prize for today for getting all 6 pins, because they don't have the Winnie the Pooh ones, which I'm honestly not mad about. I love this. This is so good. Alrighty, friends, so that is going to do it for our time playing match game here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now, we didn't get all 12 matches, but we did get 6. We didn't find the Winnie the Pooh blind box, but we did get a new Zootopia pin. That is a good one. That is a good Zootopia pin. You know, Zootopia is my jam. I love Zootopia. I only collect Zootopia pins, so sweet. Well, Zootopia and now the Hidden Mickeys, because I did end up keeping my Hidden Mickeys Wave A, Wave B, and the Disneyland, so that, Zootopia and those, so correction. I do collect other things aside from Zootopia, but Zootopia is my main collection, so I love it. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. You can follow me on every single social media platform at WDW Kevin. I am the cockroach of the internet. You can find me just about everywhere, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.